Hello students, today we will learn a very important topic, fraction, percentage and decimals. So first we will learn how to convert a fraction into decimal. For example, 5 over 10, 5 over 100, 5 over 1000. So if I have to convert this into decimal, what I'll do, I'll write down the numerator place and then I will count how many zeros are there after 1 in the denominator place. So there is only 1 0. So that means after the point there should be 1 digit. Now here we have 2 zeros. So after the point there should be 2 digits. That means for that, I need to put a 0 here. So 0.05, 2 digits after the point, 2 zeros. Here we have 1, 2, 3. So yes, you got it right. Now we need 3 digits after the point. So point 1, 2, 3. So we have to add here 2 zeros so that we will get 3 digits after the point. This is how we can change the fractions with 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh in the denominator place. There are some other numbers where you won't find 10, 100, 1000. There can be 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 30, any number. Okay. So let's learn about those also. So for example, if I write on here 5 by 2, let it be 5 by 6 or 5 by 8. Now these are the questions where we have a fraction and we want to convert it into decimal. So what we have to do, 5 by 2 means 5 divided by 2. So 5, I'll write on here divided by 2. So 2 2s are 4. I'll get here 1. Since I cannot divide 1 with 2, so in that case, what I have to do, I'll put a point in the answer. And once I'll put a point here, I can add a 0, which I can't see here. If you are getting confused, what you can do, once you will put a point here, you can also put a point here, and then you can add a 0. So now I'm getting that 0 here. 2 5s are 10. So the value is 2.5. Similarly, if it is 5 divided by 6, so what I'll do, 5 and I have to divide it with 6. Now, since I cannot divide 5 with 6, what I need to do, I want a 0, but I cannot put a 0 after the 5. What is the first step? I have to add a point here. Then I can add a point here and then a 0. Now it's 50 for me. So 6 8s are 48. Now I'll get here 2. Now I can add another 0, which is 20. 6 3s are 18. Then again I'll get a 2. Then again I can add a 0. I'll keep on getting this number again and again because if I'll take 20, I will keep on getting remainder as 2. So in that case, I can keep it like 0.833. Similarly, the next one is 5 divided by 8. So in that case, what I need to do, I'll divide 5 with 8. So for that, I can simply put a point. Since I don't have a 0 with this, now I can add a 0. Now, I can make it 50. 8 6 are 48. This is for your understanding. You have to put a point here. Then we'll get here 2. 20. 8 2s are 16. Then 4. I can keep on adding 1 0 at a time. So 40. 8 5s are 40. So the answer for this is equals to 0.625. Similarly, we have another questions. 5 by 20, 15 by 20, 15 by 25. So in such questions where you can see that we can simplify this fraction. Since I can simplify this fraction with 5, what I'll get here? 1 over 4. I can simplify this fraction with 5. what I'll get here? 3 by 4. I can simplify this fraction. What I'll get here? 3 by 5. So every time whenever you are converting a fraction into decimal, always see that can we simplify it? If you can simplify it, first simplify and then divide. Now it will become 1 divided by 4. This will become 3 divided by 4 and this will become 3 divided by 5. And we already discussed if we have to divide this, how we can do it. So we don't have here 0. We need a 0. I'll put a point here and a 0. 4 2s are 8. So it's equals to 2. I can cancel this. Now it's 10, 8 and 2. Once I'll put a point, I can cancel it. Then I can add another 0. 5s are 20. So I'll get here equals to 0.25. This is only for your understanding where I'm putting this point, then making a cross. This is for your understanding. You always need to do this work in the rough side of your paper and you have to write on your answer here. Okay. Then we got here, which is 3 divided by 4. Now I'll do the same 4 and then I cannot divide it. I'll put a point. Here is a 0. I can add a point and a 0, then it will become 7s are 28. Then 2, then again I can add a 0, 4 5s are 20. So finally what I'll get here equals to 0.75. Similarly, you can solve this part and then you can write the answer. Now for example, if I write down decimal to fraction. If it is 0.25, 0.04 or 0.5. So if I have to change it into fraction, what should I do? I will do the same. Now I will count how many digits are after the point, 2 digits. First, I will write down this number after the point, which is 25. So in the denominator place, how many zeros should be there? 2. That's what we did before. We count how many zeros are there. And then we decide how many digits should be after the point. Same we will do here, 1 and 2. So we'll write on 4 over 100. Here we have only one digit, so we'll write on only 1 0. And after that, since we have written it into fraction, but whenever we are writing a fraction, we always need to write in the simplified form. So if I have to simplify, I'll simplify it with 25. And finally, what I'll get here, 1 by 4. I can simplify it with 4. What I'll get here, 1 by 25. I can simplify it with 5. What I'll get, 1 by 2. So this is how we can write a decimal to the fraction. Now let's learn how to convert fraction and decimals to percentage. Whenever we have to do that, what we need to do, we always need to multiply a fraction or a decimal number with 100%. For example, if I have to convert 1 by 5 to percentage, what I'll do, I'll multiply 1 by 5 with 100%. So 100 over 5%. Now I can simplify it, divided by 5, what I'll get here, 20%. Similarly, if I'll take another set of example, which is a mixed fraction. So mixed fraction to percentage. So whenever we are doing a mixed fraction, we have to convert it into improper fraction. I have already shared a video where we can learn how to convert mixed fraction into improper fraction. So if you're not clear with it, you can watch that video. So 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 1 is 11, 11 over 5, 2%. So we'll get here 11 over 5 into, since we have to change it into percentage, we have to multiply it with 100%. This is the rule. So whenever you convert any fraction, any decimal number to percentage, you always need to multiply it with 100%. So now we can simplify it. 1100 over 5. I can simplify this with 5. I can simplify this with 5. And once I will simplify it, I'll get here 220%. So this is about your fraction to the percentage. Let's take some example where we convert your decimals to percentage. So whenever we have to convert a decimal into percentage, we are going to do the same. For example, if I write down here 0.022 percentage. So what I need to do, I have to multiply this with 100%. So since it is a decimal, our first step is to convert it into fraction, and that we already learned in the video. So I can write it as 2 over 100 because we have two digits after the point. There should be two zeros in the denominator place into 100%. So I'll get here 200 over 100. If I want to simplify it, I can divide this with 100. I can divide this with 100 and I'll get 2%. Similarly, if I have another set of example, 0.252%. So what I'll do the same 0.25 into 100%. 0.25 can be written as 25 over, yes, exactly 100 into 100%. So we'll get here 2500 over 100. We divide it with 100. We divide it with 100. And then finally we'll get it 25%. Now let's learn about how to write a percentage into fraction. Now I said when we convert a fraction into percentage, then we always multiply with 100%. Now it's opposite. So what we will do, we will divide it with 100 if we want to remove the percentage sign. For example, if I say 25%. So 25% means I will remove this percent sign and I divide this number with 100. So I'll get 25 over 100, which is equals to, then we can simplify it because it says in fractions. So we have to keep it in the fraction. So I'll divide it with 25. I'll divide it with 25. I'll get 1 by 4. So 25% can be written as 1 by 4 in terms of a fraction. 1 by 5%. So what I'll do, I'll write down 1 by 5 and I multiply here 100 because as I said, we will divide it with 100. So 100 will be in the denominator place. So we have to multiply it with the number which is already there in the denominator place. So it will be 1 over 500. So 1 by 5 can be written as 1 over 500 in terms of a fraction. Similarly, if I'll take example for decimal number 0.02%. So what I'll do, I'll write down here 0.02 over 100. But make sure you have 0.02, you have to convert it into fraction. So you will write down 2 over, since 0.02 can be written as 2 over 100. Because we have two digits after the point, there should be two zeros in the denominator place. So this 100 is from 0.02 and into this 100 we already have written. So this would be equals to 2 over 10,000, which can be simplified with 2, and we'll get here 1 over 5,000. So this is how we can convert your percentages, either given as a whole number, either given as a fraction, either given as a decimal numbers. I have explained you all the variety of the topics, all the variety of the questions which can be asked for this particular topic, fraction, decimal, and percentages. If you like the video, hit the like button, share my videos, and do not forget to subscribe. And also write the comments in the comment section.